Hey, Golfaholics, we are here at the Toledo Golf Show, and we are really happy to be talking to Terry Desmond, who is the owner of Gear Up Sportswear, shirts, jackets, hats, you name it, and you got it, man. Welcome to Toledo Golf Show.
Thank you. Good to be here. Thanks for interviewing me.
Looks like you got pretty good traffic going through the booth.
Yes, definitely. We've been pretty busy all week. Sold a lot of shirts so far, like a lot more than normal. Maybe it's because of COVID. People are finally opening the doors back up. But
you've been at this for about 3 or 4 years now, and you came up with a little different process for your shirts. What makes you a little bit different than the other guys?
Well, I spent 19 months developing the material. I wanted to make sure the fit was right for people. I wanted to make sure that it was going to be a high-quality product, that the shirt's never going to shrink, never going to fade, never going to bleed, never going to snag. You know, I make all my shirts 2 inches longer than normal. You're on a golf course. You wouldn't tuck your shirt in. I wanted to stay tucked in. When you swing, they have a tendency to untuck. My shirts won't do that.
Yeah, I started wearing your shirts early, and I pretty much wear them all the time now. I hardly wear anything else.
I see that.
And we really love them. And I think if people try them one time, get them on, they will be back for more.
Yes, absolutely. And that's another reason why I do the golf shows. I try to give everybody a really good price just to get them, into a shirt, and hopefully they buy more in the future.
You're also in a lot of pro shops around the country.
Yes, I am. I'm currently in 42 golf courses throughout the country, and that number grows every year. Basically by word of mouth. We don't advertise.
Well, you can find him. How do we find you? If they're at home, they want to buy online. You have an online presence, right?
Go to gearupsportswear.com.
Yeah, you got everything there. You got great deals going on there. If they buy a couple, you give them a discount. Yeah. So. You got all kinds. You can see behind me. You got all kinds of different designs. Who does your designs every year?
Matt Urban, my wife. Basically, the three of us combine our minds together and come up with all the designs and color schemes for every year. Nick Feldo award on the PNC championship.
Yep.
Yeah.
So matter of fact, Squares, Robert Wisniewicz is one of our people that we work with as well. And so Robert got a hold of Gear Up. He was looking for some shirts and got a few for his people.
That was through a good friend of mine, hooked that up. Thank you, Fred.
Not a problem. But yeah, and so Nick wore it in the PNC. And so I also just down to PJ Show, and Robert and all his people had shirts on, Gear Up shirts. It was a good deal, yes.
It's great. I'm glad to see it. I was amazed when I saw it on TV and he was wearing one of my shirts. I'm like, what? Then I started getting phone calls from Matt Urban and everybody, and they're like, hey, look at the TVs. That was a pretty good moment for us. You
had a young lady on the Sumatra Tour, now the Epson Tour, that wore it last year.
Correct. Minji Kim, and she actually finished 8th in a PGA tournament in Texas, and she made it in the Sports Center top 10, and she was wearing one of our shirts. What a great, she's a great girl. I'm glad to see her do good.
Gear Up Sportswear, guys. GearUpSportswear.com. Be sure and check it out. Do yourself a favor. Buy a couple of them. Have them sent in, and have them sent to you, and I'm sure that you're going to enjoy them. You're going to want to buy more. Thanks, Terry.
Thanks, Fred. Thanks for having me.